Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. And for today's video is don't change. Don't change to make others comfortable. You know, this falls into the lines of dimming your light as well. But a few weeks ago, I had heard someone tell someone else to not dress a particular way for an event so people would feel comfortable. You know, although in this scenario I understood, but I didn't agree. So she was basically saying, you know, don't dress up. Dress down so people won't get intimidated or uncomfortable. Because we know when it comes to Christians, you know, when we're dressed up, we present ourselves a certain way, people get a negative impression. You don't even have to say anything. They get a little intimidated by that and judged by that just alone. So she was basically saying she doesn't want to run people away or intimidate them and make them feel uncomfortable, but to dress down so they could feel more comfortable and feel like they could talk to you and open up to you. So I understood, you know, what she was saying, but I didn't agree with it. And it may just be a me thing because I am so over that phase in my life of making other people feel comfortable. I don't agree with changing who you are to accommodate others, because I guarantee you they won't do the same for you. And even if they would do the same for you, I'm still not willing to change who I am to accommodate people and make people comfortable. You know, why is it okay to be who you are when you're in the world, but when it comes to being a Christian, we're expected to alter ourselves for people? You know, you fought so hard to get where you are and to be that very change that you are today. When you do this, when you're changing yourself, you're not being yourself. You're not being who you are. You're not being who God calls you to be. So you ought to be proud of who you are. And if people don't like it, then so be it. God will send the right people. And if someone truly wants to hear the gospel, truly want prayer, want to hear the word of God, it shouldn't matter what a person is wearing. Just like when we go to tell people about the gospel, it's not just certain people. We're not looking at for the people that's just dressed up. No, it's all people. You know, we are supposed to look at what's inside. We need to feel people out for what's inside, not what's outside. You know, if you talk a certain way, you know, what they call it proper, or you use big words, continue to talk that way in every room that you step in, because that's now how you talk. That's now who you are. Even if that wasn't the way you talked before, that's how you talk now. So they better get used to it. If you don't eat a certain way anymore, you don't eat certain things, don't start eating that way because you're around certain people. It don't matter if they say, oh, you don't eat this no more. I sure don't. I changed my diet just to make people feel like comfortable, make people feel like, you know what I'm saying? No. If you dress a certain way, dress in business casual, you continue to do that. If people don't like it, they think it's too much, then so be it. You know, do not change a single thing about yourself on this journey, because the things that a lot of people want you to accommodate is not doing anything to anyone. It has nothing to do with nobody else. You know, that's the way God changed you to be. This is positive changes. The very thing that we be trying to change is what God changed us to. God changed you for a reason. He gave you that identity and that new way of living for a reason. And you better own it and you better walk in it. All those things were changed for your own good. You're not wearing crop tops no more anywhere. You're dressing business casual. People didn't have much to say about that. Now it's an issue. You don't eat red meat anymore. You eating healthy. Now it's an issue. But it was okay when you was eating all that stuff that wasn't good for you. It was okay when you was talking all that slang and cursing. Now you're talking with some sense and now people don't like it. Do not change things about yourself to make people comfortable on this walk, on this journey. God will send the right people. And those who truly want to hear the gospel, they don't care about what you're wearing. And I'm not going to say this is not a thing. I understand that people do get intimidated, but that's not your problem. That's not your issue. That's not your fault. Because you cannot change who God called you to be, who God changed you to, just to accommodate other people. Because this is who you are. So you dress down for one day to accommodate somebody, but if they see you every day, what you gonna do? Continue to dress down? You just gonna start changing the way you dress? Or are you just going to change that one day? I'm going to dress down for this one day, but I'm going to dress up all the other days. You know, what's the point of that? It's just one time anyway. So it's just like, just be who you are. Don't make any tweaks or accommodations for nobody. For nobody. That's who God called you to be. And you better be just that. So if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Remember, I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. God bless.